Imagine a continent rising from the shadows of exploitation and division, forging a path toward unity and self-determination. Africa is experiencing a profound transformation, and at the heart of this movement is Senegal, a nation renowned for its rich cultural heritage and vibrant democracy. Senegal's new leader is not just a politician, but a symbol of hope and resilience, teaming up with counterparts from Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso to challenge Western influence and assert African sovereignty. Senegal's latest political stance has reverberated across the continent, inspiring movements in neighboring countries and sending shock waves through Western capitals. The strategic coalition formed with Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso is a bold statement against decades of external interference. This alliance is not merely a political maneuver, it represents a genuine belief in African solutions to African challenges, echoing a broader sentiment across the continent where leaders increasingly reject the notion of Western superiority. Economic reform is at the forefront of Senegal's push for autonomy. The country is committed to reforming outdated systems and structures that have long hindered its development. A key focus is monetary policy, with calls for a strategic exit from the CFA franc system, seen by many as a relic of colonialism that perpetuates economic dependency on France. This push for economic reform is about creating opportunities for growth and prosperity for all Senegalese citizens, promoting entrepreneurship, innovation, and inclusive economic development. Senegal's new political stance also opposes external interference in African affairs. There is a growing desire among African nations to assert their sovereignty and reclaim control of their destinies, reflecting criticism of Western intervention, particularly by former colonial powers like France. The call for removing foreign military bases and renegotiating unequal treaties underscores this desire for autonomy. Another significant aspect of Senegal's new approach is its emphasis on forging partnerships with other African nations based on mutual respect and solidarity. The alliance with Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger demonstrates Senegal's commitment to Pan-Africanism and the principle of African unity. By joining forces with neighboring countries, Senegal aims to amplify its voice on the global stage and strengthen its position in negotiations with external powers. The implications of Senegal's assertiveness extend far beyond its borders. The West's reaction to Senegal's new stance will be closely watched, as it could have far-reaching consequences for regional and global geopolitics. African leaders are increasingly asserting their independence and demanding equal treatment on the world stage, challenging the traditional power dynamics. The unity of African nations has long been hindered by historical divisions, external interference, and competing interests. However, recent developments in the Sahel region signal a newfound determination among African nations. This alliance represents a bold assertion of African agency and autonomy, offering hope for a brighter future in a region plagued by instability, poverty, and insecurity. The solidarity demonstrated by Senegal, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger serves as a powerful counterbalance to external interference. For too long, African nations have been at the mercy of foreign powers whose interventions often exacerbate existing tensions and conflicts. By standing together, these nations are sending a clear message that Africa will no longer tolerate outside interference in its affairs. Senegal's new leader has played a pivotal role in rallying support for this alliance, articulating a vision of African unity and solidarity. His leadership has inspired hope and confidence among his counterparts in the region, laying the foundation for a new era of cooperation and partnership. As they embark on this journey together, they carry the hopes and aspirations of millions across the continent who yearn for a better future. In addition to economic and political reforms, this alliance represents a significant cultural shift. For centuries, Africa has been viewed through a lens of external narratives, often painted by those who sought to exploit its vast resources. Now, African leaders are rewriting their own stories, emphasizing self-reliance, cultural pride, and regional cooperation. This narrative change is crucial in empowering the younger generation, who see their leaders standing up against external pressures and advocating for a united and prosperous Africa. The alliance between Senegal, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger is not just about political posturing. It is about creating tangible improvements in the lives of their citizens. Joint initiatives in infrastructure development, healthcare, education, and security are already being discussed, aiming to address common challenges collectively. This cooperative approach not only strengthens the bond between these nations but also sets a precedent for other African countries to follow. As you watch this video, remember that your engagement helps us bring more stories like this to a wider audience. If you find this content valuable, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support is crucial in spreading awareness about Africa's journey towards unity and self-determination. The importance of economic self-sufficiency cannot be overstated. By moving away from the CFA franc and other colonial legacies, Senegal and its allies are taking control of their economic destinies. This move is expected to stimulate local industries, create jobs, and reduce economic disparities. The focus on economic reforms also includes renegotiating trade agreements to ensure that they benefit African nations rather than external entities. The new leadership in Senegal recognizes that sustainable development requires more than just economic growth. Environmental conservation and sustainable resource management are also high on the agenda. Initiatives to combat climate change, protect biodiversity, and ensure the sustainable use of natural resources are integral to the new policies being implemented. This holistic approach to development is aimed at securing a better future for the next generations. One of the most significant outcomes of this newfound unity is the increased bargaining power of African nations on the global stage. By presenting a united front, these countries can negotiate more favorable terms in international agreements and assert their interests more effectively. This shift in power dynamics is already being felt in various international forums where African nations are demanding greater respect and equality. The alliance's emphasis on mutual respect and solidarity is also reshaping relationships within the continent. Historical rivalries and conflicts are being set aside in favor of collaboration and shared goals. This spirit of Pan-Africanism is fostering a sense of collective identity and purpose, which is essential for long-term stability and prosperity. In the realm of security, the alliance is working towards a coordinated approach to combating terrorism and organized crime, which have plagued the Sahel region for years. Joint military operations, intelligence sharing, and capacity building are some of the measures being taken to enhance regional security. These efforts are not only crucial for the stability of the member states, but also for the wider region. As Africa continues to navigate the complex landscape of global geopolitics, the role of the diaspora cannot be overlooked. Africans living abroad have a crucial role to play in supporting the continent's development through investments, knowledge transfer, and advocacy. The new leadership in Senegal and its allies are actively engaging with the diaspora to harness their potential in driving Africa's growth. As we continue to cover these important stories, we encourage you to engage with our content. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions help us reach more people and bring attention to the critical issues facing Africa today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. The path to African unity and self-determination is fraught with challenges, but the progress made by Senegal and its allies offers a beacon of hope. By standing together, these nations are not only advancing their own interests, but also setting an example for others to follow. The solidarity and determination displayed by Senegal, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are testament to the resilience and strength of the African spirit. As they continue on this journey, the support and engagement of people like you will be crucial. By staying informed and involved, you can contribute to the ongoing efforts to create a more united, prosperous, and self-reliant Africa. Together, we can help shape a brighter future for the continent and its people. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more insightful content.